Thomas Latham at the Crown Plaza. I'm delighted to be joined by a victorious, deadly Dean Sutherland. Dean, how do you feel being back out there?
Brilliant, mate. Had so much fun in there. Brilliant to be back in. Like, I just wanted to get right back into the swing of things. Obviously, last time out in November, things just didn't go my way. Nothing really went right on the night for myself, but just got to pick yourself back up and dust it off and get right back in the ropes. And I knew that wasn't me when I was in their performance. I wanted to make sure I went out there tonight, had some fun, enjoyed myself, and show folk the skill and everything that I've got, and then looking to get right back into the swing of things really, really quickly.
It did look like you were enjoying yourself there. You were trying a few different things. You were just you were picking your punches and you were planning your combinations. Did you feel at any time that you were going to stop him?
I hurt him a few times. I did hurt him a few times, but a lot of people don't know actually going into this. I've actually got a torn rotator cuff on my left shoulder, so I knew that threw the left hand hard once and actually bounced off his glove and went over his head. Straight away went red hot, so I knew straight away that one side wasn't going to really be firing all cylinders, but I was like, go out there, I'd still show off my skill. Hurt him a couple of times and maybe I could have put the gas up by tough cookie, and I thought as well that enjoy myself, practice on things I've been working on in the gym, and put them, the only place you can really try them and see if that actually works in a live thing like that where somebody's thrown back. So it was good to try a couple of things didn't work, a couple of things did, so just back to the drawing board and back to the gym.
You touched on it yourself, it was a disappointing end to last year. What did you take away from it?
Couple of different things. I think no making any excuses or anything like that. I think every single boxer or fighter that goes into the ring's got injuries and stuff. I had a couple myself, one relatively serious one, but on the night it just didn't fire for me. The whole camp went really well. Had some brilliant sparring down the road like David Avanesian and stuff like that. It felt really good. And then just on fight night, nothing really clicked for me. That's the hard bit about boxing. It's the hard thing. It's not like football where you just got a game the next week, and if you play bad, you've got 10 other people on the pitch to look after you when you're in there yourself. Especially at that sort of level, you have a off night, then more likely it's going to happen. But I took the loss on the chin. Just got to learn from it, pick up, and really sit down and look where I'm going to improve and where I'm going to go next. Made a couple of different decisions that I'm looking forward to this year and going forward with that. And that's it.
Is the super welterweight division you're going to be focusing on, or are you thinking about going back to welterweight?
I'm in a difficult one. I could choose between both. Me and Sam sat down and looking at things, and we've got plans. But the exciting thing is I can fight in both categories. But the next big one that we're looking at is probably going back to welterweight. But obviously, if the opportunity comes up and someone's tasty enough at super welter, then I know I can make the weight. I made 155 easy yesterday and stuff like that. So I can definitely do super welterweight, feel good and strong at it. But I can bounce between the two. So, but the next one for myself is probably going back to welterweight, try one more time for that, and then if not, just bounce between the two.
That kind of makes my next question redundant. I was going to ask if a rematch with Louis Green was a target, but
of course it would. I don't think anybody that's in a competitive sport like this wouldn't want to have redemption over it. So 100% obviously the rematch with Louis Green can happen whenever it wants. A couple of things that I can sort out beforehand, and I know as well it'll be a completely different fight on it, but congratulations to him on the night, and he's the one that walked away with the belt, so I can't take anything away from him. He's the champion, but if I had the opportunity to fight him again, I'd take that belt right off his hands.
I'm guessing you can't divulge too much in terms of what the next target is, but you've sort of said it will probably be the welterweight division. Are we looking at maybe international honours? You've obviously picked up your WBC, was the silver champ title in the past. You've had WBO versions of the title. Is that maybe the route you're going back down in welterweight? Are we looking at something closer to home maybe, or is there not really much more you can say on it?
Domestically, especially in Scotland, I don't think there's much really for me. If anybody fancied the shot, then as long as it's worth something, then it would easily happen. But I think any fighter, especially in the UK, wants the Lonsdale belt. That's obviously a gorgeous belt, and one that I would love to have. For me, that's legacy, to be the first person from Aberdeen to win the British title. So 100% has a massive target on my back. But for me and Sam going forward, it's 24, came off the loss, came back in the swing of things. I've got all the skills and ability. It's just finding the right route and stuff like that for myself. So probably international route, just to pick up a title, get somebody nice and tough, it's durable, got good wins on the record on that as well, and test myself back again, and then I'm right into the mix for anybody at the end of 2023.
And just finally, you're wearing the Aberdeen shirt, you're a proud Aberdeen fan. I take it the dream is still Pittodrie sometime?
Oh, of course, it would always be. I could fight MGM Grand, Madison Square Garden, but I'd still love to do the project. It's one thing that I would always want to do. It's always been a childhood dream, so it's the target that I'm going for. But up in Aberdeen, we've got the Tawdry Stadium, or we've got the brand new Tekka Stadium up there as well, which is absolutely amazing. So big things in the pipeline for myself in the city of Aberdeen.
Well, we look forward to it. It's only February and you're the full year ahead, so I'm sure it's going to be a busy one.
Right back into the swing of things, man. Thanks very much.
Well, thanks very much, mate.
Cheers.